I know that you want enlightenment, you want to awaken to the reality of what you are. And yet you look around and you're doing the right thing, you're looking at what spiritual teachers have to say. But the only thing is you're listening to what has to be said by the mind awareness. And when you do that, the mind creates some concepts out of what is being said. It's the nature of the mind to move into conceptualization rather than to just sit back openly and listen from pure awareness, pure awakeness. And so when you are searching and seeking for enlightenment and listening to what others have to say, which is a good thing. But what is even better is that you listen to the listener. You find out who it is that is listening. And when you look at that, when you look at yourself, because that's what it is. The self itself, it observes the listening. There's an observer here now, that is listening and observing the listening. And in that it observes what's going on in your mind. It observes the thinking that is there. It observes the feeling that is there, the emotion that is there. It observes the body, observing the world and listening to this. So there is an observer there. That is really not anything to do with what you think you are as this person. It's beyond the person. It's there watching. And that watcher, that silent witness, is silently watching this. When it hears this, what it does, instead of getting into mind and getting into thought and getting into feeling, what it does, it gets into itself. And what is that self? It's silence, silent presence. So there's a silent presence that is listening. And it's listening because that's what it is speaking. It's the silent presence speaking to itself through us here. And when it hears itself, it becomes more silent, more peaceful. It gains more peace, more silence. Because that's what it is. And that's who you are. You are that silent presence, the silent witness that is here now. So to try to gain some knowledge through the mind, it will not bring you to enlightenment. It won't bring you the awakening you want. Because the mind is not who you are. You are the observer of the mind. And so that observer of the mind has to, instead of observing the mind and observing the feelings, observing the person and the perceptions, what it needs to do is to turn around and observe itself. And when it can do that, a shift occurs, an automatic, natural shift occurs in your sense of self from being this person to being unbounded, infinite, unlocalized, pure being.